Hey guys, welcome back to RPG Maker VX tutorial part 3. That something just sounded weird about that grammar there. I'm gonna move this down a bit. There you go. I don't care once again that my computer's performance is slow. And I don't know if you saw this making this, but I don't know about that one, but I did it the same as the other ones. And today we're going to be doing basic events and maybe some other stuff. Maybe we'll go into dungeon mapping. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how long this takes. Well, first off, right now, we got this. Those are super basic events, which are just door and transfer, which don't take much to do. And the shop, I kind of showed you a little bit on event making, but that's not a whole lot. So first off, we're going to use this for something, first like decoration or something like that. Right here, you see I clicked in the middle of the fireplace. Now we're not going to put a person there because that would just be a little bit strange. What we're going to do is we're going to go to tile set. Well, we're not going to go to tile set. We're going to go to other two, or whichever one. There's fire, other two, yeah, flame. And we're going to click on one of these. It doesn't really matter. And we want to put step animation on, and then okay. What that will look like, let's see what that looks like. I don't care about the sound. What that looks like is this. New Jersey. Forgot about that. But yeah, it looks like there's a fire roaring in there, which is what we want. So we're gonna do a little bit more of that, just kind of the same thing. And they don't have a fireplace. No, they don't. Right here, just one more. Do that one more time, right in here. So yeah. Gosh, today is going to be a long day because I had a baseball game at 9 in the morning. I had to get up at like 7-ish. And you guys might not think that's too bad, but for me, it's not fun because I'm homeschooled, so I can get up anytime I want. So, yeah. Okay, what we're doing, basic event making. So I kind of showed you how to make a shop, a simple. What? What? Okay. That's nice. The color scheme has changed. That's how peachy. Now I'm going to show you what was I saying, how to make like more in-depth conversations. So let's say we want to have someone right here. No, right here. And well, first we're not going to use a stock character. We're going to go to character generator. You can either just like use random right here or whatever, and they usually look really creepy and stupid. Now first, well, you don't really have anything to do in specific order. You can just kind of do this however you want it to be. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that way. Bam. I do not want 12. Let's do 5. Yeah, 5. Ears you generally don't do a whole lot with. At least I don't. Unless you're like creating like an imp or something. And then I usually use either 4 or 3, just because the other ones look kind of weird. Nose, you can venture around with that. Eyes, a lot of them look really weird. Like 1, 2 are okay, 3, 4 are okay. 5 is weird. 6 is about the same. 7, I usually use like 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, those last ones are really strange looking. Let's use this one. Okay. Then eyebrows. Can do that. Bam, like that. The neck. This is the neck. Okay, the neck's not as much as important as other things, but we'll make her have that kind of thing on. Then you can change the color. A lot of times I'll just have things set to black, the color, and you can also make them be in their underwear. I don't know why that's an option, but okay. You can like change their clothes, mantle, which is like some kind of thing on their chest or something. I'm going to set that as none. Accessories. Accessory 1 is like things on their forehead and blurg and stuff like that. Color, once again, it's just the color of it. Let's set this to white. Accessory 1, that's like smaller things, i.e. like that. Glasses, they're all really stupid. And then you go to export face. Girl 1, I guess. And then export character, girl 1. And what you can do here is like you can like change the clothes or change something a little and then have like the same character in a different state, like we're in a different thing, or whatever you want to do. But now that we have that, and we're already very far into this video, not very far, but time-wise, probably, I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, what we're going to do first, you can display text. Now, if you don't want to put these faces here, you don't have to. It takes up a lot more time. And one thing you can do instead of putting faces, you can do it. You can do the same, have the same idea but text. So you could have her named, say her name was Karen. You could just put, instead of having a face, you could put none, and then put Karen, and then blah blah blah. She said that. But I like using the faces because I'm a visual person. I'm not a book person. So we can say, "How are you today?" How are you today? Okay, that's nice. And then I'll just use this to try to display and explain things, not necessarily make this a normal conversation. Display choices, good. Okay. Bad. And then this will like make it if you hit X, because X is like the B button on an actual controller. And that'll just like make it when you hit that what it'll do. So yeah. So that'll when you talk, it'll have these three choices. Like so when you say good, she can say fantastic. Fantastic. And then she can, what can we have her do? Nothing for now. That'll end there. Okay. We can say, how come? And then for this, we can have her say, why so down? And then we can have, on how come, you can put another display choices, or you can be like, conditional branch. This doesn't necessarily make sense, but, we can make it like this. So, oh my gosh, if you have 2,000 gold, or 2,000, well, I'll just use 200 for now, or greater, she can say, no, we'll make it 2,000. You can also just hit space to edit. And then, so if that has, you can make it say, how come you're rich? Actually, for purposes of making this make more sense, we're gonna take this, we're gonna cut it out, get rid of this, and then paste this here. So when you say okay, it'll check if you have 2,000 currency or greater, and then why do I keep clicking the wrong things? You can say, how come you're rich? And then else, if you don't have that much, she can say, oh, you're poor. Type, darn you, aren't you? And that way it'll just end after that. So if you have more than 2,000 money, whatever we're gonna call that, she'll say, how come you're rich? If you have less, it'll say, oh, you're poor, aren't you? And then when you say that you're bad, instead of saying, why so down, we'll have her say, oh, I know. Okay. We'll have her say, here, take this. Then you can put change currency, increase 2,000. And then you can say, as the game, if you want to make seem as the game is like announcing it, you can put it, don't put a picture and say, you got 2,000. I think it's set to G right now. And then, yeah, let's see how that looks. Okay, start new game, blarbity blarb. Walk in here. She was in this house, was she? Yeah. You can say, how are you today? Good. Fantastic. How are you today? Okay. Oh, you're poor, aren't you? Bad. Here, take this. You got 2,000 G. And now that we have 2,000 G, and then when you say, okay, how come you're rich? So that kind of explains that kind of shows how that works. I hope that was well enough. It should be, so we can get the basic idea of it. But if not, comment and tell me, and then I'll go into more in depth. Okay, that sounds good. Good. Oh, sounds good to me. Okay. Okay. Now, that's not necessarily like a normal conversation you'd have where someone's just like, here, take your money. Ugh. Okay. Now, we'll have someone... Actually, no. We'll set up and... I know what we'll do, yeah. We'll set up something changing or something walking. So, if I'm right here, I'll set another person. I'll just use the same character for now. And I'll say, display text. Where is Paula? The character from Earthbound, yes. I think her name's Paula. And then, after she says that, we'll turn on a switch. What a switch does, it'll, it's a switch, basically. So, if I have a switch off, it won't, if I have something set right here, where it says conditions, if I have it set to, it'll only show up if switch is on. But it won't show up at all because there's no possible way. And then, But if I have it off, it'll show up all the time. Unless, yeah, it'll just show up all the time. And you can get really in depth with this, and it can get really confusing later. So that'll make Paula on. So if I go out here, and then I set another character with the same face, that, you can make her say, I'm here. And then another little thing you can do is called self switches, and these are switches that only like are within the own event thing. So I'll turn on self switch A, and then a new event page. So you can create new tabs, and it'll only go in with, it'll only affect the tabs that are in this one event. So each page, it'll say that. So this will make self switch A on. And now, after you talk to her the first time, she'll only say, I'm here the first time. And now, every time you talk to her after that, she'll say, what did you want? Okay? And let's test that out. Wait, actually, no. Let's test that out, yeah. So I can't hear this, but this program I'm using is bad about that. See, she's not here right now. She would be standing right around. Can that work? Oh my gosh, that works. Yes. Control, if you hit Control, it's debug mode, so you can walk through things, like walls that you wouldn't usually be able to. And then Shift is sprint. Okay, so the lady was in this house, and it'll say, notice she wasn't out there before. Now she'll say, where's Paula? And since that'll turn the switch on, bazing, she's right there. I'm here. What did you want? What did you want? What did you want? And there's 4 self switches that you can just go through, having her say a bunch of different things. Then also, you can just use, if 4 is not enough, you can just use normal switches and do the same thing. But the thing about self switches being convenient is it doesn't use up the whole game. Switches, they'll use the whole game and not just in the same event. But self switches, well, normal switches won't use the just the event, and it'll use the whole game. Self switches will just use just that event. So only things within that event are effective, and but you can't name them. They're just A, B, C, and D. So that's like that. And I think that's all we're going to do right now, since this is about 17 minutes-ish. 18. And thanks for watching, and let's meet up next time. Bye.